This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Hello and welcome, everybody, to high school baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. It is mid-April. The games are getting more important. The postseason's coming up. It's a great time of year, and we are excited to bring you a fantastic 5A1 district battle tonight here at Midwest City. It's Guthrie Blue Jays, Carl Albert Titans, right here live on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Josh Calloway on hand here at the home of the Titans, joined alongside by Jared Price, Titans alumni, Titans, can I say legend? Is that overstatement?
I think that might be an
I'm going to say
overstatement.
legend. I'm going to roll with legend. We also have a great Jordan Ray, of course, with us. Knows all things Middale sports. We're three wide today for this great matchup between Guthrie and Carl Albert. Should be a fun night of baseball here. The first of two. These two teams will turn around and play again tomorrow in Guthrie. Like I said, getting to mid-April, we're getting to the home stretch of the regular season here. I'll go ahead and pull up the district standings so you can kind of get the picture of where we're at coming into play today. The Titans in first place, 10-0 in district play. Guthrie right now in third with a 7-1 district mark. So these two games the next 2 days, obviously very, very important as we come down into the home stretch of the season. Jordan, obviously you've been around for a lot of this season. Kind of paint the picture a little bit for how important this one is.
Well, first of all, when we look at Guthrie's district record, they are 7-1, and the reason why is they're in third place. They've played two less games than Noble and Carl Albert.
Right.
Their games against Guyman were canceled. They're going to make them up, I believe, in 11 days. Not this Friday, but the coming Friday. We figure Guthrie will probably win both of those easily, so they'll be right. That would put them even in the loss column with Noble. The other interesting thing is Noble and Guthrie split. They both won by identical scores of 4-2. And apparently Noble gets the tiebreaker because they won the Tuesday game, which is kind of strange. But obviously they've already played each other. They both get a shot at Carl Albert. Carl Albert, of course, won state last year without winning district. So the key thing you want is you want to finish in the top two so you can host regionals in a few weeks. Carl Albert's in great shape to do that, but they got the two best teams in front of them. Guthrie today and tomorrow and Noble next week.
Absolutely. Jared, obviously you were around here for some state championships.
Yep.
You're getting to this home stretch of the season, mid-April now. What's kind of the mindset for these teams as they try to, button things up and make sure you're playing your best baseball at the right time coming down the home stretch as the calendar gets ready to shift in May and you get to the postseason?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really, really fun time of year to start preparing for it. One of the tougher things is to not look so far ahead to those playoff and state games, and at this point, from experience, you kind of want to rely on your everyday routine and stay in your rituals and all that, and continue to go out and take care of business, and then the real fun starts in a couple of weeks. Absolutely,
we look forward to it. Last season on OSN, we were spoiled. We had obviously these Titans make a run all the way to a state championship. We were there, Jordan and I both, in Jinx for that state title game a year ago. And hoping for more of the same from the Middale teams to get some postseason baseball.
You mentioned that. Who's on the mound today? Declan Murphy.
Yeah, Declan Murphy.
Of that game.
Right.
So
I'll say a lot of key figures of that championship team are still around, and we'll talk about that, I guess, more so as the game goes on here today. But it should be a fun one. These two schools seem to always kind of play great ones in every sport, it seems like. Obviously, we all know the football classic this year. I was on hand for one of the basketball matchups, which was a lot of fun this year, and so hopefully more of the same here on the diamond today between the Titans and the Blue Jays. Let's go ahead and get to these starting lineups here before we get to national anthems, things like that, so make things a little more tough. Presented by Sherpa Moving. Sherpa Moving is a local full-service moving company. They offer packing, unpacking, and special handling services. Their team's experienced and knowledgeable will help you get through what is usually a difficult time. Sherpa Moving for all your moving needs, 401 West 33rd Street in Edmond. Give them a call at 405-724-8750. Starting lineup first for the visiting Guthrie Blue Jays. Leading off, second baseman Jace Rainwater. Batting second, shortstop Lance Evans. 3-hole is right fielder Hayden Clymer. The pitcher will bat cleanup. Fourth, Luke Hubbard. Batting fifth, center fielder Kellen Herzl. The catcher will bat sixth, Owen Wilder. Third baseman bats seventh, Eli Plagg. The designated hitter will bat eighth, Jonathan Valadares. And batting ninth, rounding it out, is Dalen Rice, the left fielder. First baseman Andrew Knight will just play the field today. And the Blue Jays are coached by Terry Bennett. Like we said, 11-7 on the year overall and 7-1 in district play. In the field for the Titans, who, of course, will be on defense first here. Around the outfield and left field, you have Devontae Jones. In center, Tylen Holman. Right field is Easton Perkins. Sammy Gonzalez at third base, Hutch Russell. At shortstop, Mr. Randall at second. Kason White at first. Catching is Easton Harless. And on the mound, Declan Murphy, like Jordan referenced, obviously was on the mound in that championship game last year for the Titans over Sapulpa there in Jinx. So should be a great matchup here. We're just moments away from getting this thing started, so we'll go ahead and step aside here for one last break. When we come back, we'll have first pitch, and we'll have the baseball. Carl Albert and Guthrie coming up the other side of this break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
Start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tape.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
One,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woo-hoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
Call Rob and Will.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
Alrighty, the lineups have been announced. National anthem has been played. We're just about ready to get this one going. So, Jared, Declan Murphy on the bump here for Carl Albert. Obviously, this is a kid who's been in a lot of big moments. What can fans expect here from 23 on the mound?
Man, he's a really, really good athlete. He's a really strong kid. He's obviously experienced in the big moments in the big games. And from experience, playing behind a guy like that you know is going to fill up the strike zone and compete for you, it kind of raises everybody else's level. So it's not only what he's going to provide on the box score, but he's a competitor. He's a tough kid up there, and I guarantee you the guys are out in the field ready to play behind him.
Absolutely, and like we said, an important game in the standings between the Blue Jays and the Titans here. So we'll just be right about ready to get this thing going. Top inning sponsor, by the way, as we get ready to get going, is Buffalo Wild Wings, which is a major sponsor of Mid-Dell Sports, 5500 Tinker Diagonal in Dell City. Come to Buffalo Wild Wings, support your favorite Mid-Dell winter sports team. Download the team card on your phone, show your waiter, and your team will get 10% of the proceeds. So we're about ready to go. Declan Murphy getting his final warm-up tosses in. Leading off for Guthrie is going to be Jace Rainwater, the second baseman. Wasn't sure this game was going to happen for a lot of the day. It's very gloomy, very windy, kind of was spitting a little bit a few times, but I think we're going to be all right to get this game in, which is good to see. The last thing you need this late in the year is having to deal with rainouts and making games up and all that nuisance that causes.
Yep.
So, Jared, who does the wind affect the most out here? The outfielders?
I would say the outfielders for sure. There's a few that are going to go up in the infield that'll take some communication between outfield and infield. That's the biggest thing in windy days is being loud and purposeful with your communication.
I was thinking that was one of my first thoughts when I got to the park today, was this might be an adventure in the field a little bit, because it is quite windy today. First pitch from Murphy to Rainwater just catches the outside edge. And we're off and running here in Midwest City, Oklahoma. Carl Albert and Guthrie, glad you be with us for some Monday Night Baseball, a key one in District 5A1. Cut on and miss there, 0-2. So a good start here for Murphy, working that outside edge. Blue Jays in their road blue unis, white pants. Carl Albert in the home whites, red cap with the white panel on the front. 0-2 from Murphy. Just missed outside. Tried it a couple times. Figure why not on 0-2. So count 1-2. Rainwater with the hoodie under the jersey look. Don't see that very often. Fouled off. It's our first Bobby Lewis Insurance foul ball of the game. Great sponsor of Mid-Dell Sports is Bobby Lewis, of course. Surprisingly great rates, 2 locations to serve you in Choctaw at 405-281-6700 and Dell City at 405-670-3665. Ground ball on the right side. Mr. Randall scoops it and one away. Nice routine defensive play there for Randall. And there's one gone.
Now batting number 8, Lance.
Yeah, Mr. Randall, he's the new everyday second baseman.
So here comes Lance Evans, the shortstop. Number 8 steps into the box as Murphy gets the first batter. Just dropped that one in there like an off speed. You able to recognize what pitch that was?
It's got to be a curveball or a slider there, some sort of breaking ball.
Something.
Started the first guy off with that too. Must have felt good in the bullpen.
0-1 cut on and missed.
It's like the same pitch there.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked a little off speed, too. Had him out in front of it. Now he got 0-2. You can kind of go a lot of directions here. Getting ahead 0-2 on each of the first 2 batters. Dropped it in on the inside edge. Just missed. Boy, I thought he kind of deked me. I thought he was about to ring him up. We'll go 1-2. Murphy winds and fires. Popped up. Here's our first look at the wind.
Yep.
It's going to be at third base. Should be playable for Gonzalez. Boy, that moved a lot, but he does pull it in.
Yeah, great play there.
You saw him kind of hanging with it in the wind. What do you tell guys when it's windy like that? Is it just keep your eye on it and stick with it as best you can?
It's as old school as keep your eye on the ball. And you saw even if a lot of those guys get wobbly, a lot of the veteran guys will call it and they'll kind of stay with it with their glove in their eyes, and he did an excellent job there.
Ground ball to the right side here for Clymer. Fielded cleanly at first base and got him. It's a good play by Kason White. And it's a 1-2-3 first inning for Declan Murphy. Can't ask for a much better start than that on the bump for Murphy.
Yep.
And we'll stick here as the Titans get ready to get in the batter's box the first time. Take a look at the hometown Titans starting lineup here. Leading off will be Declan Murphy, so he gets off the mound and gets right in the box. Starting pitcher Sammy Gonzalez batting 2-hole at third base. Tanner Norman, the DH, obviously a huge part of that championship team last year. He'll bat third. Hutch Russell, the shortstop, bats cleanup. Easton Perkins will play right field and bat fifth. Mr. Randall at second base will bat sixth. Kason White, who made that last out, plays first base and is batting seventh. Tylen Holman in center field will bat eighth. Devontae Jones, the left fielder, will round it out. Easton Harless, the catcher, will be playing just the field today in this one. As for the lineup here, or the defensive alignment, I should say, for the Guthrie Blue Jays, take a look here. Dalen Rice in left, Herzl in center, Clymer in right. Across the infield, Plagg, Evans, Ingram, Knight from third to first. Hubbard on the mound, and then Owen Wilder will be doing the catching. And again, starters brought to you by Sherpa Moving as the Titans try to get in the box. So you can't ask for a much better start than that on the mound, obviously, Jared. Obviously, you go 1-2-3, didn't use a lot of pitches, and that's kind of what
absolutely.
you want.
Especially in a game like that with, as of right now, that's probably the guy they want on the mound. And like I said, he's going to compete and fill up the strike zone. You go out and get 1-2-3. The first thing you want to do is go up and get early runs and give him some run support so we can get up there and get comfortable.
So on the mound for Guthrie is going to be Luke Hubbard, right-hander for the Blue Jays. Hubbard is committed to play at the next level at Enotonkawa. So we'll get a look at the right-hander, see what he brings to the table against this Titans lineup.
He's taken a similar path as Hutch Russell, maybe hoping to go the JUCO route, maybe get some D1 looks in a couple of years, and that you do get that exposure at NOC Tonkawa.
For sure.
See lots of guys do that and do it successfully. I mean, right down the road, at University of Oklahoma, Skip Johnson down there has made a killing by finding guys at the JUCO level that excel, especially within the state. So certainly a viable path, to say the least. So we'll get back to it here. Declan Murphy into the box as he'll face Hubbard. First pitch, he's in there for a strike. 0-1 on Murphy. Like we said, these top four, especially in the Titans lineup, are all very big parts of the championship run a year ago.
Good swing.
This ball's ripped to right field. That'll be a base knock. Textbook Oppo single there for Murphy. And so a great start for Murphy. He went 1-2-3, and he's now 1-for-1 at the dish. That's living right so far.
Yeah, no kidding.
So man on for Sammy Gonzalez, the third baseman.
Courtesy runner in for the pitcher.
Courtesy runner for the Titans here is going to be Mason Novotny, senior, coming in and run for the pitcher Murphy.
Interesting. He hasn't been able to play in the outfield much, but that's because of his shoulder, so it doesn't affect him on the base paths, obviously.
You can see the wind just whipping on the jersey of Hubbard. It is breezy. That one just missed off the outside edge. 1-0.
I got to talk to Sammy last week at the coaches show.
Middell Sports Report on Wednesday nights.
Sammy's an awesome kid.
Ripped down the left field line, just foul. Boy, he got on that, but he just pulled it.
He did tell me he definitely sees himself playing as a hitter and an infielder in the next level, more so than a pitcher, even though he'll probably be the starter for tomorrow at Guthrie.
Yeah, these two teams will turn around and play again tomorrow over at their place. Big little two-game series. This ball's down and in. He gets away from the catcher, taking off Novotny. He'll get into second base without a throw. The catcher, Wilder, just couldn't quite handle that. So the count goes 2-1. And it's now a man in scoring position here with nobody out. Novotny dancing off the bag. Hubbard checking him. Now he'll fire. Lofted here into right center. That ball is carrying. Way back there. It's going to go off the wall. Gonzalez going to get into second base easily. That's going to plate Novotny from second. It's an RBI double for Sammy Gonzalez. Certainly taking another look at that one on the east side. Church of Christ instant replay as that thing just carried out there. Off the bat, I thought it had a chance to get down in the gap, but it just kind of kept floating out there all the way to the wall, and it's a one-out double.
That's a heck of an at-bat from Sammy there, and kind of a textbook start. Leadoff guy gets on and drive one on the gap for a run with no outs.
So the Titans are on the board first. It's 1-0. On the double from Gonzalez, and Tanner Norman now steps in the box. He'll take just on the outside edge. I thought that was outside. Might have just caught a piece of the plate. 0-1. So a strong start here for the Titans after a quick 1-2-3 inning. Now getting Murphy some cushion to work with an early run. That one just missed. Runs at 1-1.
Big development for Carl Albert could be, will Tanner Norman get healthy enough to play first base on a regular basis going forward?
Thought about offering there, but he held up, and then they got the call anyway. That looked like it was, they're working that outside edge.
He didn't like it.
And I think that might have just missed.
Yeah, with the wind blowing, they're going to try and stay off the middle of the plate, especially with a guy like this.
Anybody who's watched this Titans team before, this guy in the box knows he can pop it pretty good. Cut on and miss. That was a big swing. And a strikeout there for Hubbard. That's a needed out for Luke Hubbard.
Yeah, it was a good pitch.
So the first out of the day is also our first Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout of the game. Dynamic Health Clinic. Dr. Coffin specializes in athletic injuries, able to get athletes back in action very quickly using a system called Advanced Muscle Integration. Play better, recover faster at Dynamic Health Clinic. Hutch Russell now into the box.
That's not what he was trying to do first pitch.
Falls behind 0-1.
Hutch, of course, he's going to Seminole State. Similar path that his brother took, who's now at OU, right, Josh? Houston Russell?
Not familiar.
Oh, he was at OU, wasn't he, at one point?
Not familiar.
Houston's at Oklahoma. He took the same route and went to Seminole, and he's suiting up for the Sooners right now.
There you go. Taking off is Gonzalez. He's going to go for third. Throw down. And he's in there. But that was not a bad effort at all by Wilder. He gunned it down there, but Gonzalez, a good slide to slip in there. So stolen base puts a man at third now with just one out.
Makes Hutch's job a little easier here.
Just get something out in the outfield or even a ground ball.
For sure.
To up the middle a little bit, shorter second. They're playing back, so they'll trade the run for the out. Still early, obviously, just the first inning. Big swing and a miss there from Russell, 1-2. Just getting going in this one. Josh Calloway here with you. Jared Price, Jordan Ray. Monday Night Baseball on OSN. Carl Albert and Guthrie. Two teams vying in that 5A District 1 race. This one misses high, 2-2 now on Russell. On a very breezy and overcast day. Warm day, though. Two is fouled off.
Good battle.
And they'll reset and try again. Bobby Lewis Insurance foul ball. Gonzalez dancing off third base. Hubbard's going to fire inside edge, and the count runs full. Always got to think it's at least a little tough when you're a right-handed pitcher. Guys on third just dancing around over there to not get caught looking. 3-2. Up and away, missed.
Good at bat.
So after falling behind 1-2, Russell battles back and draws the walk. They put runners on the corners with one away now for Easton Perkins, the right fielder. Titans in business here, already on the board after the Sammy Gonzalez RBI double plated Declan Murphy. Trying to add to it. Get some early cushion here at home. Bunt by Perkins down the right side. That was beautiful.
Great
It's scooped up by Hubbard. They'll get the out, but the run's going to score. As Gonzalez trots across, Russell advances to second. Textbook sacrifice from Perkins, and it's 2-0. What is that there, Jared? Is that just, let's go ahead and just steal a run here while we can?
For sure. With a runner on third, if he's going, all you kind of got to do is get it down there and snake a free one. With good pitchers on both sides, you kind of got to take the runs you can get.
Well, that made the stolen base really big.
Yeah, you're right. Good point. So it's 2-0 Titans with a man at second base and 2 outs. Mr. Randall now into the box. He'll take one for a strike, 0-1. We saw Randall, obviously, last year in that title run. Like Jordan, you know, he played third base whenever Gonzalez would get on the mound a lot, so we got to see him in that role in the state tournament.
And he was getting on base when he was starting, too.
This one bounces outside, 1-1.
And you know once he gets on base, because he was also used a lot as a courtesy runner, so he can take off on the bases, too, when he gets on.
He can move.
He also was at the coaches show last week, so it was a pleasure talking with him. Big Giancarlo Stanton fan.
Well, there we go.
Which I know you are, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Cut on and miss, 1-2. Also, obviously, it's been said to death, but all-time name, and one of the better names you'll ever see. Hard to beat. So 1-2 here from Hubbard, trying to limit the damage as best he can. Keep it, obviously, just at a 2-run inning. Russell takes off for third. Ball gets away past the catcher. Russell's going to round third. He thought about it for a second, but he'll stay put at third base. But Russell, obviously, considering that he was already moving on the steal for just a moment, he thought about it. With 2 outs, he kind of maybe tempted to take the chance, but probably a smart move there.
Yeah.
So now's the man at third with 2 outs for Randall on a 2-2 count. Fought off to the right side.
Good battle.
Kind of seen that. It's kind of been a bit of a theme of this first inning. Guys not getting themselves out here against Hubbard. They're really making it tough on him, making him throw a lot of pitches. Contrast that to Murphy's inning, which was really tidy. 2-2. Ground ball to the left side. Fielded at short. Took a bit of a funny hop. Fire across. Got him.
Good play.
Good play short there for Lance Evans of the Blue Jays. That took a bit of a funny bounce. Got up on his elbow almost, but he's able to gather it, fire across, and get the out. So at the end of 1 inning, it's Carl Albert 2, Guthrie 0. Blue Jays back in the box after this break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
Welcome back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, high school baseball on OSN. Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray with you on a Monday night. Early lead for the Titans here at home.
Good pitch.
And a swing and a miss there to get this top of the second started. This is Luke Hubbard, so pitcher versus pitcher here as Declan Murphy looking to follow up his 1-2-3 first inning. This one's dropped in there, 0-2. Boy, Murphy looks pretty sharp early.
He's liking that breaking ball a lot so far.
Remember how efficient he was in that state title game?
Yeah. I remember that, and I remember a lengthy delay that I won't forget for a while, I think. Waited for those last 3 outs for quite a while.
If Carl Albert had just been the home team that day, we would have gotten it over with. But it had to be the road team.
It was a long day at Jinx High School last year.
One of those late innings, I think Declan had was it a 3-pitch inning? Literally. Like it was close to that.
Yeah.
Three, somewhere in the 3 to 5 pitch range.
The pitching that whole week for Carl Albert was obviously phenomenal.
Yeah, it was.
One bounced in there, 2-2. Ground ball foul off the left side. Make sure we get our inning sponsor in here. We mentioned Buffalo Wild Wings. Rose State College, also an inning sponsor. Parents want to save money on college, help your student get ahead by earning college credit in high school. It's called concurrent enrollment, and Rose State College makes it easy and very affordable. Apply today at rose.edu/concurrent. 2-2 pitch. Outside edge just missed. Count runs full. So Hubbard battling here. Murphy got the best of him the other way with a leadoff single in the first. Hubbard trying to return the favor. Ball's ripped to the left side and fair down the line.
Good swing.
And that's going to be a 2-bagger at least for Hubbard. That ball's kicked around a little bit, but he'll stop at second. It's a leadoff double for Luke Hubbard.
Kind of was living on that breaking ball early in that bat and tried to sneak a fastball by him and put a really good swing on it there.
Yeah, he turned on that. Off the bat, I thought he might have yanked it foul, but it just hugged that line, stayed in play. And it's a double for the Blue Jays. So Hubbard will come out now for the courtesy runner. Replacing him for the Blue Jays will be Clayton Carey, one of these freshmen. Jordan noted, really young Guthrie team. They'll be around for a while. These Blue Jays are having a nice season. 7-1 start to district play. So in the box now is Kellen Herzl, the center fielder, lefty, to face Murphy. Cuts on and miss. Falls behind 0-1. Always big when you fall down, obviously, to try and make an immediate response. That's what Guthrie's trying to do. The leadoff double put him in position here to try and get one of those runs back. Murphy looks off the runner and fires. Just got a piece of it fouled off.
Yeah, if he can leave a leadoff double stranded, that would be a huge momentum killer.
First two swings for Herzl not especially comfortable looking, kind of reaching. (0-2) is fought off again. We've seen, there's only been, 5 batters now, but Murphy's gotten ahead 0-2 multiple times here. So you're going to be, as a pitcher, you get ahead 0-2 a bunch, you're going to probably be in pretty good shape.
For sure. He fills up the zone.
0-2. Cut on and missed.
Good pitch.
In the dirt. He's going to have to throw down. Herzl took off and safe at first base. He beat that. I can't tell if he beat it straight up or if it was because Norman had to, or not Norman, excuse me, if it was White had to come off the bag a little bit.
I think he came off the bag. Or a combination of the two.
Yeah, right. So it's a dynamic health clinic strikeout, but not an out as he beats it out on the drop third strike. And it's first and second, nobody out.
Yeah, it looked like Easton kind of lost track of the ball there. Still had a chance to throw him out, but runner and the base and first baseman kind of got in a little bit of a crowded area there.
So now an opportunity for Guthrie here. Owen Wilder, the catcher, in the box with a couple guys on. Showed bunt for a moment, but then takes a strike. Only the second inning, obviously, but it feels like an opportunity that Guthrie can't really squander. For the Blue Jays, you feel like you probably need to make something happen out of this. You kind of got a little bit of gift, getting a guy on off the drop third strike. Turn it into something on the scoreboard. 0-1. Showing the bunt again and taking a strike again.
So, Jared, what's your approach as a pitcher when you see someone want to bunt like that?
Man, there's a few different scenarios. Me personally, it's really, really hard to get outs. So we were always taught if they're gonna give you an out, then go ahead and take it, and we'll move on from there.
Gave him a couple strikes, but he took them both. 0-2, cut on and missed. There's no drop third strike this time. Runner got off second base. He didn't tag him. Got to tag him. Randall got confused. I think he thought it was a force at the bag. So a couple of mishaps on both sides there as the runner at second, the courtesy runner, took off thinking he had to go when he didn't. There's no drop third strike with guys on base like that, but then Randall didn't tag him coming back.
Yeah.
So a funky play there. Nevertheless, another strikeout.
That's a huge out from Declan there.
And I look at third baseman Eli Plagg. Will try and pick up his catcher. And he'll take a strike there, 0-1. And Murphy continuing to just get ahead.
Good pitch. That's probably 3 or 4 batters he's used that breaking ball first pitch to get ahead.
Right. Cut on, missed again, so I'm going to sound like a broken record. 0-2, and that's where Murphy's been living. Tough place against against anybody, but especially a pitcher like Murphy to constantly trying to battle back from 0-2. Having to do it again here. They're going to say that's a cut on and miss and a drop third strike again. So that's 3 straight strikeouts, but only 1 actual out. I thought he got a piece of that off the. Could you really tell? That was an odd looking play.
Looks like he may have got a piece of it, but it doesn't seem like Carl Albertside's really arguing too much.
Right.
He may have just.
It is an out, though.
Oh, you're right. You're
Yes.
right, Jordan. So it is, yeah.
So 2 down, the runners just get to move up there.
Good catch.
The tying run's still at second.
So it is an out. No drop third strike, but the runners obviously do move up. So it's second and third now, 2 away for Jonathan Valadares, the DH.
Murphy just deciding he's going to get the first 2 outs himself.
Apparently.
Yep.
That one's in there again. He's gotten ahead of, I'm pretty sure, every batter in this game.
Seems like.
Big spot here. Base hit probably ties it. Or Murphy can strand those 2 runners. Had 2 guys on with nobody out. Could wiggle out of it. 3 straight strikeouts for Murphy. One and 1. Valadares, the DH for the Blue Jays in the 8-hole. Fouled off on the right side and got him a strike away from getting out of this at 1-2.
Yeah, this will be a big pitch here.
Mm-hmm. Murphy ready to go. It's like he's in a rhythm right now, just kind of getting the ball, looking in, ready to rock. 1-2 from Murphy. Ground ball right back to him off the top of the glove. Randall's going to scoop it. Fire to first. He's got him. So sticking with it there off the deflection, Randall made a nice play on it, and Murphy out of the jam. First and second, nobody out, and Guthrie gets nothing out of it. At the end of an inning and a half, it's Carl Albert 2, Guthrie 0. You're watching high school baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Yeah, you got it. Let's go.
Miranda.
What business do you want to start?
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tape.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
1,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes.
Call Robin Will.
All right, back here in Midwest City, Carl Albert and Guthrie, high school baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Glad to be with us on a breezy, overcast Monday night for baseball. Strike in there makes it 0-1. On Cason White, the Titans' first baseman, getting his first swings of the day. Good job by Murphy in that top of the second. 2 guys on with nobody out. Got out of it to preserve the early shutout, as White swings and misses to fall behind 0-2. We acknowledge we got a bit of a wide camera shot here. We'll have that. Jordan stepped off for a moment to grab a piece of equipment, so we'll get that fixed in just a moment. There's a swing and a miss there for White. He goes down on 3 pitches. A Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout for Luke Hubbard, and a good start to his second inning. That'll bring up Tylen Holman, the center fielder. Big swing and a miss. Falls behind 0-1. So Hubbard coming right at these Titans hitters at the bottom of the lineup. As that wind just keeps on whipping up. Got a little bit darker. Checking that radar every once in a while.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's one of those days. 0-2, especially this time of year in Oklahoma. It's like you can't dodge.
You never know.
Yeah.
Looks like he's starting to settle in a little bit.
Yeah, this has been a very strong start to his second inning. Imagine as a pitcher, you always want to be aggressive. As we get the 0-2 from Hubbard here. That's in there. He struck him out on 3 pitches. So 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts here in the second inning. Finish that thought. It feels like, you always want to be aggressive, obviously, but especially, 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order. Like, don't walk anybody down here. Like, these are the guys you need to
For
get.
sure. At least fill up the zone and make them earn it.
Sure. So, the 9-0 hitter now, Devontae Jones, the lefty, steps in the box. And again, getting ahead here is Hubbard, who's working on an immaculate inning right now. 7 pitches, 7 strikes. Now facing the lefty, Holman. That one bounces in. I jinxed him. I gave him the announcer jinx on that. 1-1 now. Hubbard winds and fires. Ground ball to the right side, fielded at second by Rainwater. Fired to first. He's got him, and it's a very nice and tidy 1-2-3 inning for Luke Hubbard. So a good bounce-back inning by the Blue Jays starter. And at the end of 2 innings, it's Carl Albert 2, Guthrie 0. You're watching high school baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
Call Robin Will.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
All right, back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray with you. Monday Night Baseball here on OSN. Carl Albert with an early 2-0 lead on top of Guthrie in this 5A District 1 matchup. These two teams will turn around and play again tomorrow over in Guthrie. A little 2-game set as we move into the back half of April. Postseason around the corner in the early part of May. Great time of year. So Declan Murphy on the mound for the Titans has stayed up through the first 2 innings. He's got 3 strikeouts. He's looked very sharp so far. And he lays a strike in here to the 9-hole hitter, Dalen Rice, the left fielder, getting his first at-bat of the day.
And that's got to be about all but one or two that he's thrown first pitch strike.
I don't know if it's anybody. I mean, just off the top of my head, I feel like he's gotten ahead. I think Hubbard maybe doubled on the first pitch. That one's in there. 0-2. And it's been not, beyond 0-1 and then a lot of 0-2 as well. Being very aggressive in the zone. That one just missed 1-2. Had a lot of movement. Is it hard to pitch in the wind like this just to stay balanced on the mound? I mean, it's really – those flags out in center, I know you can't see them on the camera shot, but they are whipping. For sure. As a strikeout here, another ball in the dirt, but fielded clean and fired down.
Good play.
Fourth strikeout for Murphy. It's a Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout, and there's one away.
So, Jared, when you're dealing like this, do you pitch the second time through the batting order any different?
It kind of depends on how the result was. You definitely don't want to kind of if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing. And so you kind of want to keep the same rhythm that you did early. I thought he did really well getting ahead. So I think he's going to try and do the same thing this time around.
Back at the top, like Jordan said, with Jace Rainwater, he grounded out to second in his first at bat. The second baseman for the Blue Jays. Murphy sets and fires. Cut on and missed. Yeah, you got to also see how the Blue Jays hitters obviously adjust second time through. You saw a first pitch swing there, maybe trying to eliminate a little bit of that. Everybody's falling behind. If he's going to throw you a first pitch strike, maybe try to go get it. Fouled off. 0-2. Bobby Lewis Insurance foul ball.
Yeah, I bet they're going to come around this time, be a touch more aggressive. But definitely as a pitcher, you always want to stick to what you do best instead of, adjust to what they're trying to do. And Declan's doing just that right now.
Again, an 0-2. In there, got him looking. Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. That's 5 for Murphy in the last 6 batters. He's settling into a groove right now.
Yeah, he is.
And there's 2 gone. Looks like right now he has these Guthrie batters really kind of just trying to guess on what he's going to throw, and he's keeping them off balance at a very nice level right now.
He's mixing it up really, really well and throwing everything over the plate, which is really, really tough as a hitter.
Here's Evans, another first pitch swing, cut on and missed. Fall behind 0-1. Evans popped out to third his first time, that one that was gussing around that Gonzalez pulled in.
Speaking of Evans, you know his dad, right, Josh?
Yes, sir. Chris Evans, great guy, voice of Guthrie Sports. He's actually here. Caught up with him for a minute before the game today. Does a great job, Guthrie football, and I think some Guthrie basketball, other stuff.
They do good work.
Yeah, very good guy. He's got I'm always, it's a little different obviously for us at OSN because we have lots of schools, so we're kind of all over the place. But the Guthrie, every time I've done a Guthrie game where he's been there, it's a cast of thousands. Their crew is double-digit deep on a broadcast, which is a testament to that school's kind of investment, that sort of thing. Pretty cool. 1-2 from Murphy, trying to go quick here. Missed outside, 2-2.
And we've had a lot of Guthrie games on the network, too, over the last 3 years.
That we have.
Playoff games, both football and basketball.
2-2 pitch misses outside. Just myself, I think, how many times I've done Guthrie, and especially basketball, baseball, feels like at least once or twice a year.
For sure.
Especially with these two schools, like I said at the top. They kind of always seem to have fun ones in whatever sport it is. 3-2 in there looking.
Great inning.
Murphy strikes out the side. He's got 6 strikeouts in the last 7 batters. A Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout to close the inning. Murphy's in a groove at the end of 2.5. Titans in control, leading 2-0 right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Yeah, you got it. Let's go.
Miranda.
What business do you want to start?
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tape.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from Rose State.
2, 3.
Woo-hoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
Back in the Oklahoma Sports Network, Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray with you, high school baseball here on OSN. Got a fun one going right now. Carl Albert leading Guthrie 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the third.
So, Jared, when you were playing at Carl Albert, how good was Guthrie then in baseball?
They were really good. They were really, really good. We had a lot of really, really good battles with Guthrie, and I remember a few over at their place, which is to this day one of the stranger ballparks that I've played at in my career. But it was always fun playing against them in every sport.
What's strange about it?
Well, so the baseball field.
As Murphy pops one here into center field, that ball, we saw a ball carry out this way earlier, and it kind of carried there too, but it'll fall down in center.
So the baseball field is on the south end zone of the football stadium.
Okay,
and so left field goes in probably 25 feet, right field comes in about the same, and then there's a temporary fence that they put in for the center field fence that goes into the football field about 25 or 30 yards. So it's kind of strange. It's a cool view, but it's kind of difficult to play in.
Sure.
So it's connected to the rock.
Yes, it is.
Which is an unusual football field.
Yes, it is.
This ball's ripped into left field by Gonzalez. He already has one double today, and he's going to pick up another one. Sammy Gonzalez seeing the ball well. Take another look at that one. Certainly on the east side, Church of Christ, instant replay as Gonzalez picks up his second double of the day. So 2 for 2, 2 doubles for Gonzalez. You're not going to complain about that.
Yeah, he's sent one in each gap so far.
Well, he's been bad at the top of the order since he was a sophomore. So he can just hit all sorts of different ways.
So that'll bring up Tanner Norman. He'll take outside for a ball, 1-0. Norman struck out swinging his first time. As Hubbard, who had a bit of a tough, obviously, go of it in the first inning, came back very nicely in the bottom of the second. Got Murphy, but now Gonzalez stung him for a double, and now Norman gets called. That outside on the zone against lefties, you're seeing that a few times here. That one, I think that was part of what got Norman to go down the first time. Got another one there. 1-1 here from Hubbard to Norman. Gonzalez dancing off second. That one's well outside, 2-1.
Yeah, if he leaves one over the plate, we may be ready for a little damage here out of Tanner Norman.
When he turns on one, it's fun.
Yep.
2-1. Ooh, big cut and a miss. Or, excuse me, just got a piece of it, I should say. Fouled off 2-2. Bobby Lewis Insurance foul ball.
He was trying to there.
Tanner, of course, coming back from a shoulder injury he had in football just about the first month of the season.
Takes a little time, certainly, to get that rhythm. 2-2 pitch here from Hubbard to Norman. Cut and a miss, but it gets away from the catcher. Norman takes off to first. He's going to get there on a drop third strike. Gonzalez moves to third. And it's going to be runners on the corners with just one out. That's painful if you're Hubbard. You got the big strikeout, but instead now you're in a world of trouble here.
Yeah, that's tough, especially to a hitter like Tanner.
How tough is it to not just let that, just deflate you a little bit? I mean, you got a big strikeout against a good hitter. Now you're looking up saying, man, I didn't earn this. Corners on the corners, one out.
Yeah, it is really, really tough. But, there's a lot of stuff out there that you can't control.
Sure.
And so you kind of got to, as best you can, move on and do what you got to do to the next guy. which just so happens to be a really good hitter in Hutch
The
Russell.
next guy is Hutch Russell here, shortstop, cleanup hitter for the Titans. Chance to try and pad this lead out for Murphy, who right now, as he takes strike one, that outside edge is against lefties especially. That's where Hubbard's living, and he's getting a lot of calls out there.
Yeah.
And maybe you walk Hutch and then dare Easton Perkins to bunt with the bases loaded and a force out at home.
Definitely think you probably be careful here. Ground ball right back to him. He caught that on the fly. That's going to be a double play. The line drive right back to Hubbard. He just caught that out of the air, scooping it. And then dancing off first was Norman. He kind of got caught, just one of those tough plays to read so quickly, and they doubled him off. So Hubbard gets a massive double play to end the inning and hold the lead, or the deficit, I should say, for the Blue Jays at 2. Big play there. After 3, Carl Albert 2, Guthrie 0. You're watching high school baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
All right, back to it here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. First pitch from Murphy here to Clymer. The right fielder is lined out to right and caught. So one pitch, one quick out here to start the 4th. Declan Murphy cruising along here, pitching very well. He's got an early lead. They weren't able to quite add to it. A huge double play to end that last inning for Hubbard, but you made the point in the break, Jared. With the way Murphy's pitching, 2 runs feels like 10 kind of right now.
Certainly seems like with the rhythm he's in, and one pitch outs like that are deflating, especially against a guy that's filling up the strike zone like Declan is.
Yeah, keeping that pitch count low. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, 1-1 to Hubbard, the opposing pitcher, who did double the first time, ripped that one right down the line. That's the Blue Jays' only hit today. And he's going to try and do the same thing. He'll deposit this one into left field. He'll settle for a single this time, but a 2-for-2 day for Luke Hubbard at the plate.
Yeah, it's two good swings to left there.
So courtesy runner again for the Jays. Just as the same as last time, it'll be Clayton Carey, the freshman, coming in for him. And that'll bring up Kellen Herzl, the center fielder. He struck out his first time. So started a kind of the train of strikeouts in which Murphy struck out 6 out of 7. Started right here in the order with Herzl, and he cuts on and misses to start this at bat.
Good pitch.
Now go back to the previous inning, Jared. There's nothing Tanner Norman could have done differently, though, right on that, because of how hard it was hit by Hutch Russell.
No, that's kind of a freak play there, because he's got to move on the ground there, and from all vantage points, that probably looks like that's on the ground. And
I was thinking the same, yeah.
In hindsight, you obviously want to say he could have gotten back, but you got to put yourself in his shoes, and he's trying to move and break up a double play.
1-1 in there for a strike, 1-2. Yeah, it was hard to tell. Obviously, we have a different vantage point than he did at first base, but it was hard to tell for us here if that was caught or not. Pickoff attempt at first, diving back in.
Yeah, that's kind of a freak play. There's not much you can do there. Hutch made a really, really good swing, and he just kind of got his glove on it, made a really good play.
1-2. Just got a piece of that. Bobby Lewis insurance foul ball. Kind of a emergency swing there. Just did clip it. Stay alive. Runner on first here, 1 away, 1-2 pitch. Loft into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Good job there by Herzl, just sticking with that. Fought it off the other way. And the Blue Jays have got something cooking again here with runners on first and second and just one away for Owen Wilder.
Now batting, number 16, Wilder.
So we saw Murphy a couple innings ago, a couple guys on, able to work out of it. Now hoping to do more of the same here as Wilder, who struck out his first time, comes up with 2 men on and 1 away.
Yeah, they're going to try and get anything they can off of Declan.
First pitch. Outside edge again. Boy, he is just, I seriously don't, we don't have the stat in front of me, but I don't think he's been behind 1-0 in a single
doesn't seem
batter
like,
in this
and
game.
a lot of them have been that breaking ball. Looks like he feels really comfortable with that.
0-1 from Murphy. Checks the runner. Ooh, must have just missed a little low.
Yep.
Crawler's definitely looking for a bunt on the left side or right side there.
Yeah, good point. Case and White playing on the grass. Fought off to the right side again. That's a Bobby Lewis Insurance foul ball, and Murphy is again ahead of his man here, 1-2. Chance for what would be a big strikeout if you could find a way to make it out without those runners able to move. Murphy sets and fires on the 1-2. Spoke a little too soon. He steps off. This time he will. 1-2. Up and in. Gets off the glove here of Harless, and the runners are going to move up as the ball just off the mitt there. It's going to go 2-2, and now you got 2 guys in scoring position. A base hit very well might tie this game up.
Yeah, we're talking about him possibly bunting a little bit ago. That kind of does a job in itself. That takes that out of the picture.
Has there been a mix-up there between Harless and?
Yeah, it seems like. And as hard as Declan throws, it's kind of hard to catch up to him.
2-2 pitch. Fought off on the right side, going down the right field line. Chasing it will get foul. That was Perkins out there and right, tracking that thing, but it landed well fouled down the right field line. And they'll do it again, 2-2. Wind is blowing kind of, it feels like just every direction, but going out, looks like to the right, might have helped push that foul a little bit. Those flags are whipping all over the place out there in center.
Yeah.
So we'll try the 2-2 again. Murphy fires. Hit him in the back. So right in the back there, Wilder takes one off the numbers, and he's going to head down to first base and load the bags for Eli Plagg. Here's a big moment.
Yeah, it is.
So here's Coach Whiteley. What do you think he's going to talk to his pitcher about?
Well, he's just going to try and settle him down here. That's a couple of tough breaks for Declan, and he's just going to try and calm him down a little bit, let him take a deep breath, and stick to what he does and get ahead in the count, which he's done all day. And a lot of people think there's some magic that a lot of the coaches talk about on the mound, but a lot of times it's, just giving the guys a breather, telling them to calm down and do what you do.
Well, another question I have, then, when the entire infield is involved in the meeting, are there instructions for them too?
Yes, yeah, they're saying he's just kind of given what they need to do when the ball comes to you. Ball comes to you, you go here. Ball comes to you, you go there, and that type of thing. Trying to just, settle everybody down in a big moment in the game like this.
I would think corner infielders get the ball, they go home.
For sure.
And middle infielders, probably a double play.
Make sure everybody's on the same page. So Plagg steps in. The third baseman struck out his first time. He'll take a strike again, and yet again, Murphy gets ahead 0-1. Big moment in this game here in the fourth. Murphy's largely been cruising along, but Guthrie with an opportunity now, right after Hubbard managed to wiggle out of a jam to hold the deficit at 2, get on the board themselves. Bobby Lewis Insurance foul ball here, though, and it's now 0-2.
Middle infielder's definitely a double play depth.
Yep.
You see the first and third, especially at first with White playing in front of the runner. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Bobby Lewis Insurance foul ball, staying alive.
It's exactly what Declan's want to do here. Fill up the zone, make him earn it.
The 7-hole hitting third baseman Eli Plagg trying to come through with a huge swing for the Blue Jays here in the 4th inning, trailing by 2. Low and away, 1-2. Good block.
Yep.
There
Great
by
block.
Harless. Last thing you need is ball getting away.
Yep. Saved a run there.
Plagg will step out for a moment here. Now he's back in and ready to go. 1-2. Bases loaded here in the 4th. Murphy lets it fly. Cut on and missed. Got him up high, swung right through it. Another look at that on the East Side Church of Christ instant replay. As he sets and fires, swung right through. Looked like a high heater there, right, Jared?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, see, that's what's tough about Declan. He's been spinning that breaking ball in there, and then he zips one in there on the inside half. It's really, really hard to catch up to. That's a big time strikeout.
So the dynamic health clinic strikeout opens the door here for the Titans to try and get out of this. As now it's another first pitch strike. It's just unbelievable how often he's getting ahead 0-1 against Jonathan Valadares, who grounded out to second in his first at bat.
Yeah, this will be another huge jam to escape from Declan.
Yeah.
They just have a courtesy runner or someone new at first base, I think, for Guthrie.
Yeah, it looks like, let's see, 23 for Guthrie is Reed Watson came in and ran for Wilder. So the courtesy runner for the catcher, they must not have had that before, or maybe we just noticed it. Either way.
But it wasn't there the first at bat. That's interesting.
0-2, laid another one in there. Murphy a strike away from escaping another major jam and keeping the Blue Jays scoreless. Oh-2 pitch from Murphy. Outside edge, he just missed. Boy, a couple of Titan fans started to get a little excited there. That looked close.
Great idea there. He may go back to that again or go back to that heater on the inside like he did to the last batter. Be hard to catch up to if he put it in the right spot.
Another try, 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. Mr. Randall at second, fields it clean, fire to first. He got him. Declan Murphy out of another major jam to keep the Blue Jays off the board. Missed opportunity is the name of the game right now for Guthrie. At the end of 3.5, Carl Albert still leads it by 2-0, right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Yeah, you got it. Let's go. Travis! What business do you want to start?
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tip.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
One,
the state.
2, 3.
Woo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light. You think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes.
Call Robin Will.
All right, back here in Midwest City, high school baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray with you on a Monday night. Titans of Carl Albert leading the Blue Jays of Guthrie 2-0 as we shift to the bottom of the 4th. Declan Murphy for the second time tonight, but that one much more so even than the first one. Bases loaded, one out, got out of it to preserve the shutout. Taking a strike here to open up the bottom of the 4th is Easton Perkins, the right fielder. He bunted his first time. Jared, you kind of mentioned it a little bit in the break, but just for Guthrie, obviously you still got 3 more innings to work with, but that's a gut punch to not get anything there as the ground ball to the left side's going to get through. A single here for Perkins. That one had eyes, just snuck in between short and third base for a leadoff single. But to finish that thought, just to not get anything after a base loaded one out, to at least not get one is the way Murphy's pitching. That's a tough pill to swallow.
For sure, facing a guy like that, if you get any action, you want to try and capitalize on it because he's got his really, really good stuff that can mow you down in a hurry. So if you get any action at all or get any guys on, you want to try and take advantage of it as best you can. But Declan's done an awesome job of escaping a couple of jams.
So leadoff single for Perkins sets up Carl Albert here in the fourth. First pitch to Mr. Randall misses, makes it 1-0. Randall grounded out to short his first time.
Easton Perkins has been a senior who's really emerged this year. He didn't play a whole lot on the team last year towards the end of the season, but he's taken advantage of Tanner Norman's injury, another offensive lineman in football, and he's really come on for him as a hitter.
Strike to Randall makes it 1-1. Randall lofts this one into right. With that wind, these things are never routine. Moving around, but a good job tracking and staying with it.
Good play.
Is Hayden Clymer for the Blue Jays to retire Randall one away. You can hear it in the mics a little bit. I mean, the wind is just, I don't have a wind speed in front of me, but it's going pretty good.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up a bunch. We played a few games in my day with the wind blowing out, and those were some fun nights.
Oh, yeah. The tree right behind Clymer and right is just, you can tell on that. It's moving around pretty good. He did a good job sticking with that. So one away for Cason White. Struck out his first time. Takes the ball. Hubbard has really pitched quite well. Titans got him early with a couple of quick runs after Gonzalez got that double to kind of really get it going. Diving back in is Perkins on the throw over. But since then, he's settled down pretty well. Obviously has held the deficit at 2, giving his offense a chance to try and get back in it, but just haven't been able to quite come through with that big hit with guys on base. This ball's lofted into right for White. Another chance for Clymer, and he'll track and pull it in again.
Another good play.
And a good job, both those. He looks very kind of sound, very textbook. Didn't really have the happy feet too much considering how windy it is.
Yeah.
There's 2 gone.
Yeah, they got on Hubbard early for a couple of runs and hadn't seemed like he's budged much since.
No. Good pitching matchup here.
Yeah, it is.
He's mainly had his problems with Sammy.
Correct.
Which, as do a lot of pitchers.
Yes.
2 doubles today for Gonzalez. And here comes Tylen Holman. He struck out looking his first time. And he'll foul this one straight back. Bobby Lewis Insurance foul ball. And it's 0-1. So the Titans got the leadoff man on with the Perkins single through the left side, but haven't been able to move him over since then. A couple of flyouts. Holman takes up high 1-1. They seem to be pretty concerned with Perkins over there at first. Had to pick off a attempt, catcher looking him off there.
Yeah, he may try and get in the scoring position here.
This was like the risk, not too high with 2 outs, right?
Yep.
1-1 ball grounded to the left side, foul. It's another Bobby Lewis foul ball. Count goes to 1-2 as Hubbard trying to work around that leadoff single, put up another 0. Be his 3rd in a row after the Titans got him for 2 early. Perkins takes off. Pitch on the outside edge is a ball. Perkins, meanwhile, slides in with a stolen base.
I think that might be why they were a little concerned about him.
Again, he's a guard in football, so that's...
Yeah, he was moving pretty good. He got a pretty good jump on that, too.
Of course, what I've learned in watching these sports is the offensive linemen, they'll lose weight heading into baseball season.
That's true.
They play both.
2-2 to Holman, misses outside. The old linemen, too, in football and pretty much every level, they're always a sneaky better athlete than people like to think. Just big guy, push people around.
For sure.
Every level, it seems like those guys actually are freaks of nature. How well they can move, how big they are.
Yep.
Holman pops this up.
That's going to be tough.
That's going to be tough. It's moving around everywhere, but fielding it at short, he pulled it in. It was not easy, but Lance Evans at short, he hung with it and pulls it in. So Hubbard works around the leadoff single and the stolen base to put up another 0. Titans have been stuck on 2 runs, but thanks to Declan Murphy, they still lead it by 2 after 4. Titans in control, trying to keep it going here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
Back at the Oklahoma Sports Network, Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray, high school baseball here on a Monday night. Carl Albert leading Guthrie 2-0 as we head to the 5th. Game moving right along. Both pitchers doing some good work right now. Luke Hubbard for Guthrie, after giving up 2 early, has gotten through the next 3. But Declan Murphy right now is outmatching him just a touch with 4 shutout frames. Looking to keep that going here into the 5th. First pitch in there for a strike. And yet again,
there he is, right back to
0-1 ahead. It's amazing. It really is. And to get ahead at the level he is, and a swing and a miss here. For Dalen Rice, the left fielder, struck out his first time. He's in danger of doing that again as he's behind 0-2. Pitch here. In there. Got him looking. Got him. Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout yet again. Taking a look at that on the East Side Church of Christ. Instant replay. Just dotting it in there, rung him up. Pretty.
Yeah, it looked like a breaking ball there. That's a heck of a pitch. That's exactly what you want to do to start the inning.
The guys have scored a pass along. I don't know if it's up to date, but at least in the 3rd inning, Noble leads El Reno 1-0. That's a big score for Guthrie. They need to pick up a game on Noble because Noble has the tiebreaker on him.
Again, ahead 0-1. I don't even need to say it at this point. To the leadoff hitter, Jace Rainwater. He's 0-2 with a ground to second and a strikeout looking. By the way, that last strikeout, number 8 on the day for Murphy. He's ahead 0-2 yet again, trying to add another one to that list.
Yeah, playing behind guys like this is a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
I played with a few teammates that filled up the zone really, really well, and it keeps you on your toes, and it's easy to play behind.
0-2 pitch once again, fought off to the right side. Roycing over here, trying to get a play on it. It's going to get down, dumped down for a base hit as Perkins couldn't get over to it. Racing into second base is Rainwater. It's a 2-out double, fought off on the right side. And Guthrie has got a 2-out rally here going as they got a man in scoring position trying to break onto the scoreboard. 1 out.
They have not gotten base runners yet for Hubbard when Hubbard bats, so if they can do that here, they'll be on to something.
So, man on second with 1 away for Evans. Evans into left field. That's a base hit. The runner will, I believe, hold at third. He will.
Probably
and
a good
so
idea.
A base knock for Evans, and here come the Blue Jays. 3rd time through the order. Swings so far looking a little bit better, and they got runners on the corners with 1 away for Hayden Clymer.
By the way, Jared, you mentioned playing with other players who could fill a zone. While that was going on, what position were you playing in the field?
I played mostly infield, but I played a little bit of everywhere. I got to play behind a couple of really, really good pitchers when I was playing. I think a couple of them maybe watching the game. Gavin LaValle and Justin McGregor were a lot of fun to play behind. They filled up the zone, and not to mention we're pretty good hitters as it is. So I played a little bit of everywhere, but it was mostly infield.
That LaValle name sounds familiar.
0-1, showing bunt. He bunts it foul. Behind 0-2.
Yeah, seeing this wind blow out, I've seen him hit some balls out of this ballpark that I haven't seen too many other guys hit. He was a lot of fun to play with.
So Clymer, who's 0-2 with a ground out to first and a fly out to right, has got 0-2 on him. Luke Hubbard, who's 2-2, waits on deck. as Murphy, who's been so good with guys on, trying to do some more of the same. This ball's fought off to center. That's going to be at least one run. As backing up and get over the head of Holman in center. That'll score a run, like we said. The throw into Russell. Runner will hold at third. It's a double for Clymer, and the Blue Jays are within a run and have the tying run at third base.
Yeah, we were waiting on the wind to be a problem, and that looked like it was there. That's a good swing, though.
He drove that out to center field.
Yeah, he did.
Holman looked like he had a beat on it and then just kind of, I don't know, it looked like maybe he lost track of it a little bit. It got up over him.
Yeah, the wind just kept carrying it.
Yeah.
Here comes Guthrie with another big spot here.
And here's Hubbard. 2 for 2, a double and a single. Base hit here might very well put Guthrie in the lead. First pitch strike yet again on the inside edge. 0-1. So the Blue Jays have gotten to Murphy for the first time. Can they keep it going and try to get this game tied up, or, like I said, even take the lead with that man over there at second? 0-1, fought off and fouled again. 0-2, Bobby Lewis foul ball.
Well, Murphy, he's not afraid to pitch to this guy, even given what's going on, even though he's got 2 hits on him.
Yeah, with his first 2 at-bats in this spot, this will be a really, really big out for Declan.
You would think base opening might be a little careful, but 0-2 out of the gate. Outside edge missed, 1 and 2. Certainly feels like this is, and there's still 2 more innings to work with, but what a huge opportunity this is for Guthrie right now to at least try to get this thing knotted up.
Yeah.
1-2. Outside missed again, 2 and 2. Gotta be careful here, no reason not to be. On deck, Kellen Herzl does have a hit today. The lefty waiting after Hubbard. 2-2. Got him looking.
Big pitch there from Declan.
Huge pitch. As he dropped it right in there. Look at that on the east side. Church of Christ instant replay right on the black. That's massive.
Yeah,
and now you have an opportunity to preserve the lead here if you can get the next man. Probably too close to take if you're Hubbard there, right? I mean,
yes.
2-2. So here's Herzl, and he fouls off the first pitch.
You know, it was interesting. Hubbard, after when that strike was called, looked like he was making eye contact with the third base coach. I don't know if that's the Guthrie head coach. I don't think that is, but I wonder if he questioned the signal he got.
Swung on a miss now, 0-2. Murphy a strike away from preserving the lead here. He's got 9 strikeouts today after that last one of Hubbard, trying to go for his 10th right here and hold that lead at 1. 0-2 pitch from Murphy to Herzl. Fought off to the left side. Thought for a moment Gonzalez might have a shot at that, but it lands on top of the Carl Albert dugout.
Yeah, it's a good battle.
Bobby Lewis foul ball. But what a huge strikeout that was of Hubbard on the 2-2.
Yeah, it was, especially from his previous 2 at-bats. It seemed like he's had Declan's number, but that's a big one there.
Another 0-2 here from Murphy to Herzl. Fought straight back. That would have came right up into the booth, I think, if wasn't a net there.
Good battle. See if he can see who's going to win it.
Herzl has such a very quick, compact swing.
Yeah, he does.
I kind of mistook it for looking a little uncomfortable with his first 2 pitches. That's just kind of how it's been. He fought one off for a single. He does a good job kind of battling. 0-2. Outside edge, he got him looking. The bender came right through. Definitely going to take a look at that one on the east side. Church of Christ instant replay as the beautiful, looked like maybe a slider came right on the outside edge and got him looking. The Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout is 10th of the day, and it keeps the Titans ahead by 1. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, Murphy, so good with guys on, did it again. Titans by 1 at the middle of 5 on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Let's go.
Miranda.
What business do you want to start?
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tip.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
1,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
Back in the Oklahoma Sports Network, high school baseball, Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray with you on a Monday night. What a moment in the top of the fifth. Declan Murphy with runners on second and third and one out facing the Guthrie cleanup hitter and 5-hole. Goes back-to-back strikeouts looking to preserve the lead at 2-1. I mean, can you put into context how impressive that is to bust out pitches like that in that spot to hang on to the lead?
Yeah, that was huge. He's had, there's been as good as he's been, there's been a couple of jams that he's had to escape. And
yeah.
Hubbard had two really, really good at-bats off of him early in the game, and he froze him with a fastball, and then he threw a perfect slider to that last guy to strike him out again. He looks really, really good.
So Murphy's through 5 with the lead still by 1, but the Titans would definitely appreciate a little cushion, a little insurance runs here if they can get them in by just 1. But Hubbard has been pretty much, just as good as Murphy since that first inning. He's been fantastic trying to keep that going here against Devontae Jones, who shows bunt. He'll fight to the left side. It'll roll foul.
Good idea.
Jones ground out to second his first time up. 9-1-2 due up here in this 5th inning for the Titans, so possibly an opportunity here to try and put some more runs on the board with the big bats coming up.
Yep.
Oh, 1 here from Hubbard. Jones faked the bunt for a moment, and he ends up taking outside 1-1. Seems like that outside edge has maybe tightened up a little.
Yeah, it seemed like he was giving a little bit off early in the game, but
1-1 from Hubbard to Jones. Popped up here behind the plate. Who's going to catch it? Nobody. Lands right in the batter's circle there, right in between Hubbard and then at third base for Guthrie, Plagg, and then the catcher, Wilder. All 3 guys, somebody trying to get to it. Nobody could really track it.
Yeah, you were mentioning the outfield troubles earlier with the wind. I think it may be the infield is a little tougher with how hard this wind is blowing.
So Jones gets new life here. 1-2, still alive. Cut on and missed.
Good pitch.
Nice pitch from Hubbard. Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. And it sits down Jones. That'll send us back to the top of the order.
Yeah, Murphy's kind of taking this game by the reins, but no shy away from Hubbard. He's been really, really good since that first inning.
Just to stick with it after you're on the road and you get in an early hole. You know how good Murphy is on the other side, but he just battled.
Yeah, he is.
So here is Murphy, and he'll take a strike 0-1.
Now, Jared, did they have districts for baseball when you were playing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
So you're used to seeing these Monday games. Usually that's what I've noticed is that's when you see the team's aces.
Yes.
And we're seeing it today.
Yes, for sure. We usually try to roll out our 2 best guys Monday and Tuesday.
And people watching may be wondering, well, what about Cash Ferris? Of course, he's on the mend right now. But Carl Albert has that luxury of being able to move in Declan Murphy to that slot. Not missing much.
Nope.
1-1 to Murphy. Cut on and missed 1-2.
I don't want to speak out of turn here. It looks like it's going to be Declan's game to finish, but out of the corner of my eye, I think that might be Ferris over there moving around a little bit in the bullpen. That's certainly a nice guy to have in your back pocket to bring in to finish the game.
Yeah, he's wearing a hoodie, whoever that is, but it does look like him, so we can't see the number.
Good pitch.
Murphy cut on and missed, so he is struck out. Murphy now 1 for 3 after that leadoff single he had to start the game. Another Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout for Hubbard, who just continues to kind of cruise along here, really. Since that first inning, it's been pretty darn solid for him.
Yeah, Murphy got Hubbard last inning. He decided he wanted to repay the favor.
So here comes Gonzalez, who is battling with Murphy right now for that Lewis Player of the Game honor right now, 2 for 2 with 2 doubles.
He's the second guy you would think of, but I think it's Murphy's award at the moment. But a couple things could slip up.
See what he does here.
Yeah.
Takes outside 2-0. Appreciate you joining with us on a Monday night. Been a fun ball game here so far. We're set up for a good finish as the Titans lead the Blue Jays by 1. Here in the bottom of the 5th, this important district game in 5 they won. The Titans a picture-perfect 10-0 in district play so far.
Good pitch.
That one just dropped right in on the inside edge, 2-1.
They are perfect, but of course, if Guthrie comes back and wins this game, then they're kind of in a tough battle. Will Carl Albert be district-wise?
Yeah, Guthrie just one loss, so that would put major emphasis on that game tomorrow. As these two teams will turn around and play at their place tomorrow. As that one missed to make it 3-1, so Gonzalez in a hitter's count here. Dangerous spot if you're Hubbard, even with nobody on. Don't want to leave anything too juicy here for Gonzalez.
No.
And he'll take his walk. We have not seen these two pitchers walk very many guys today.
No, certainly doesn't seem like. They've both been pretty good around the zone.
All right, so Josh, you remember in the championship game last year against Bishop Kelly when they threw inside to Hutch Russell, he got a little upset, and Coach Whiteley came to comfort him.
I do.
Well, what I didn't realize is that took place right after Tanner Norman hit that towering home run, and that was part of what happened. Is they believe that Bishop Kelly threw inside to Hutch because they thought Bishop Kelly did that. Tanner took a little bit too long rounding the bases.
Yeah. So it was Tanner's fault that Russell almost got drilled.
And Hutch acknowledged that later. He didn't realize that happened.
Gonzalez get caught coming off the bag here. They're going to have him picked off. And he's in a rundown. Gonzalez making him work for it, but they're going to tag him out there at first as Hubbard, the one who puts it on him. So Gonzalez gets picked off, and that ends the 5th inning. So Hubbard continuing a very nice stretch for him. That's 4 straight shutout innings after getting dinged for the 2 in the opening frame. So after 5, it's Carl Albert 2, Guthrie 1 here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
Call Rob and Will.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922. All right, back to it here in Midwest City. Had a bit of an extended break there between the innings. There was a lot of discussion after that tag out at Gonzalez. We were trying to figure out what exactly they were checking for.
Yeah, I'm thinking they were checking if that was a balk or a not. But
makes sense.
Obviously, they didn't think so.
Tough to get stuff like that changed.
Yep.
As first batter here in the top of the 6th lofts it to right, and it'll be fielded by Perkins. There was that wind, made that a little tough as Wilder lofted one out there, but Perkins sticks with it, and 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th for Declan Murphy, who's back out here trying to keep this thing rolling. Titans ahead by a run, and now 5 outs away.
Just the fact they had to talk about that, it was a very unusual play.
Yeah, it was.
That inning.
Swing and a miss here for Plagg, the third baseman batting 7th. He's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks here in the 6th. That one in there again, 0-2. Boy, it's just Murphy has just been pouring in strikes.
Yeah, he is.
Throughout this game. It's been very efficient. 0-2. Fought off to the right side. It's going to be in foul ground. Can anybody get to it? He will. The catcher there, Easton Harless, pulling in the foul out. And there's 2 away. Take a look at that one on the east side. Church of Christ. Instant replay. That's textbook. Immediately rip the mask off, get over the right side. Well done.
Yeah, that's a really tough play. Catcher pop flies are tough in itself, but with this win, that's a heck of a play to stay with it. And a big out, too.
So, Jared, how do you see Declan Murphy looking at the next level maybe?
Man, I'll tell you what, obviously everything's got to take a little bit of a step up just because of the talent gap, but man, he's got the feel for the strike zone. The stuff seems like it's there, and man, he is a competitive, tough kid. I think there's a spot for kids like that anywhere.
He's only a junior, so he'll be like the guy carrying the team next year.
For sure.
Think about the seniors they got.
Yet again ahead 0-1, and now yet again ahead 0-2. It's been just the theme all day for Murphy.
Yep. And
he's a strike away from getting through 6th here against the designated hitter, Jonathan Valadares, who is 0 for 2, I should say, with a couple of ground outs to 2nd. Ground ball here up the middle is going to be fielded as short by Russell, but he couldn't quite handle it. So that'll get through.
Tough play for Hutch there.
Calling that an error or a single?
Probably single.
I don't know. We'll leave that to the scorer's decision.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see on the board. But nevertheless, it's a 2-out base runner.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up Dalen Rice, the 9-hole. So at the very least, if you're Guthrie there, you've got it to where it's going to be the top of the lineup coming up in the 7th.
For sure.
Yeah, one more guy gets on, it ensures Hubbard gets one more at bat.
Yeah, right. First pitch, yet again, a strike from Murphy to Rice, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. They did give Russell an error for that, by the way. So an E6 gets Valadares on base. This one inside 1-1. Haven't seen him lose grip on like that very often in this game.
Seem like.
He has no walks, by the way, in this game. He does have a hit by pitch. Hit Wilder in the back a couple innings ago, but no walks at all in a high school baseball game.
He's really filled up the zone.
1-1. Outside edge again, 1-2. Just been painting those corners in this game.
Yeah.
And he's a strike away from getting through 6. Murphy looks over at the runner. And now timeout here taken by Rice.
The thing about Declan Murphy, he's a really good defensive player at other positions. He's versatile too. They'll play him all over the place.
1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Should Rice find a way on, it would put 2 guys on base for Jace Rainwater, who doubled last time. So a potential opportunity here for Guthrie. Murphy wanting to put this to bed right here. Fouled off here. Bobby Lewis foul ball. Stays alive.
Yeah, as good as he's been today, they've battled with him pretty good.
Yeah.
He just hadn't surrendered too much.
So Murphy will set up again here. 2-2 once more from Murphy to Rice. Ground ball here off the pitcher's mound. Good play by Russell is short. He'll step on the bag and end the inning.
Great play, Hutch.
Oh, look at that. The Eastside Church of Christ instant replay. Skipped off the mound, which kind of made him have to readjust, but he snags it out of the air, steps on the bag, and ends the frame. So after 5.5, it's Carl Albert 2, Guthrie 1. Going to the bottom of the 6th here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
All right, back in the Oklahoma Sports Network, high school baseball. We go to the bottom of the 6th here in Midwest City. The Carl Albert Titans, the Guthrie Blue Jays, locked in a good one. 2-1 Titans as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Declan Murphy putting on a show on the mound for the Titans. But Luke Hubbard for Guthrie has largely matched him, but those 2 runs right now in the very first inning have stuck for the Titans in the lead. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, trying to get Murphy a little bit of cushion to work with potentially in the 7th.
Yep. It's not easy to do from Hubbard. You go into a place like this against Carl Albert and give up 2 early and keep it there for the rest of the game.
Right.
That's tough to do.
Norman behind 0-2. Norman was at the plate to end the 5th when Gonzalez got picked off, so he gets a reset. Norman's 0-2 in this game with a couple of strikeouts. So looking to turn his day around a little bit at the plate. 0-2 from Hubbard. Up and away 1-2. So we were talking about in the break a little bit, Jared. You think that Murphy's probably going to get a shot to finish this?
I think it's his game to finish. I think if there's any base runners, they'll maybe look at getting somebody moving around in the bullpen. But I think he's shown all signs of wanting to finish this game. And
right.
I think you give him the nod to finish it off.
So Norman strikes out swinging there. Thought it might have been in the dirt, but they're going to say the catcher for the Jays there, Wilder, was able to pull that in. So Norman 0 for 3 Ks today for him. Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout, and then 1 away here in the 6th.
Now, Hutch Russell, he did tell me during the coaches show that he didn't realize in that state championship game Tanner Norman took a bit of time around the bases when he got home run. So he understood it afterwards why they threw inside him a bit. I thought it was just kind of interesting how, if you remember, Coach Whiteley came from third base so quickly to calm Hutch down.
Right.
You had a 7-run lead at that point, so you don't want to.
1-0 to Hutch Russell. Russell will take inside here 2-0. Russell walked his first time. Only 2 walks in the game surrendered by Hubbard. That was one of them. And then his next time was hit a laser right back to Hubbard, who caught out of the air, then turned a double play off it.
Yeah.
Big swing and a miss, 2-1.
From personal experience, it takes an army to calm Hutch down sometimes. That dude is an emotional, passionate guy, and I love him, man.
You coached him in basketball.
I did.
So I've had the pleasure to watch him play a lot of basketball games these last several years.
I work closely with his mom, so I know he gets it from her.
Yeah, they're an awesome family. Big shout out to the Russell clan, and Hutch he's going to be somebody that you miss in your program, that's for sure.
But now, Jared, have you ever been a part of a situation where one team got upset the other because they were kind of hot dogging it on a home run or something like that?
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunately part of the game. It's you want to take after your teammates, that's for sure. But you certainly don't want to get shown off or anything like that. I've been a part of a few tussles, few bench clearings in my day. It's kind of just part of the game as you grow up.
2-2 pitch misses outside. Russell really battling here.
Yeah, he is.
Had a couple of foul balls. Now he's worked the count full. Hubbard has only given up 4 hits in this game, which is actually less than Murphy has. But Murphy's been so good working out of those jams. And the one time Crowber really had something cooking, they capitalized with a couple of runs.
Good battle.
As Russell fights that off. I'm reminded, too, remember way back in that first inning, they did the bunt to score the run, and I asked you, getting an early run, and that run right now, the difference.
Yeah, that is the difference. And against, as he's shown to be, really, really good pitcher for Guthrie, you got to get all you can get in. It's shown to be the difference so far. It's been a heck of a matchup.
Looking like a wise decision right now.
For sure.
As Russell just continues to fight. Bobby Lewis foul balls aplenty here by Hutch Russell as his count remains full. Russell's clearly seeing Hubbard all right. He walked that first time, like we said, and then it was double play, but he hit the ball hard right up the middle. It's kind of just unlucky. Now this at-bat, he's really fighting up there. So he's clearly has at least a decent beat on Hubbard here. See if he can come through and get on base. Another 3-2 from Hubbard to Russell. Popped up to the left side. Is that going to get out of play or stay in?
Play.
It's going to be playable and caught in foul ground by Eli Plagg. Boy, I'll tell you what. I mean, that was a big storyline for us in the pregame. You know, how windy it was. These fielders on both teams have not really had that much issue considering.
No, it doesn't seem like. Those are a couple of really, really tough plays to make.
Just good teams in the field, especially hanging with us. We got a conversation on the mound with 2 outs and nobody on. Easton Perkins coming up.
I'm pretty sure this is the Guthrie pitching coach.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen any action in their bullpen, so.
Can't imagine there's too much you're going to say here.
What do you think the conversation, with 2 outs, nobody on here, what do you think the conversation is here?
Probably just, calming him down a little bit, making sure he gets ahead right here and gets his third because, they got a chance to get a little bit of action next inning and make sure he doesn't, give away any free bases here. But there's not too much you can say. He's done a heck of a job since that first inning.
This guy hitting, he tried to bunt his first at bat.
Yep.
He was successful in his bunt attempt.
Yeah, he bunted that run home, and then he singled last time. So it's been a good day at the plate for Perkins.
Can't imagine him bunting for a single, though.
Looking ahead to the 7th, by the way, Guthrie's going to be the top of the order coming up. So they're in position to try and make one last push at it. Perkins hits a rocket to third, but a great field by Plagg. Fire across the diamond on a hop, but it gets by the first baseman. Perkins will now take off. He's going to get into second base. So it was a great snag by Plagg, but he kind of skipped the throw in there. And it results in Perkins getting to second base with 2 outs.
Yeah, this could be a big insurance run here.
Huge. See if they put the error on Plagg. You think
seems like that should be a throwing error. It was a heck of a snag off the initial play. Just
it was.
Made a difficult throw for the first baseman to hold on to.
So as a man on second with 2 outs for Mr. Randall, like we said, boy, if you can find a way to get an insurance run here, that would be huge for Murphy to have a little bit of breathing room to work with, especially considering where it is in the order, like I said, at the top.
For sure.
For Guthrie going to the 7th. Randall's going to fight this one into center field.
Tough play.
Running in hard to pull it in. Make the catch is Herzl in shallow center, and that's going to end the frame. Luke Hubbard put on quite the display after that first inning. But now he's at the mercy of his offense, and he's part of that as we go to the 7th. Carl Albert leads it by 1. Is it Murphy trying to finish it? We'll find out the other side of this break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Yeah, you got it. Let's go.
Miranda.
What business do you want to start?
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tip.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
One,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes.
Call Robin Will.
All right, we are back in the Oklahoma Sports Network, ready here for the 7th inning, and we do indeed have a pitching change. As we go to the top of the 7th, it's going to be Sammy Gonzalez coming in to finish the game as Declan Murphy goes 6 dynamite innings, allowing just 1 run on 6 hits. But Gonzalez is going to get the ball here to try and end the game. Murphy will just swap him over there at third base. So Sammy Gonzalez, who's another one of these superb arms, another guy we saw in the state tournament last year.
Yep.
He's going to try and get these final 3 outs to seal the deal.
Yeah, what a heck of an outing from Declan.
Oh, he was fantastic.
But you roll it over to one of your leaders, one of your competitors, a guy that's been in these big spots to try and close it out.
Top of the order coming up for Guthrie.
We talked about it off the air, but this could indicate that they may use cash tomorrow, Jared.
Yeah, you would think so.
Ground ball to Russell in the first pitch. Fire across and got him. Rainwater, who had doubled last time to be 1 for 3, is now 1 for 4 as The ground ball right to Hutch Russell.
Yep.
And a very sound defensive player. Fired across in a 1-pitch, 1 out here in the 7th.
And one reason we bring up Cash is he was warming up earlier, and he was wearing a hoodie. You couldn't see his number, but you recognized the way he was throwing. You said, Jerry?
Yes, yeah. Cash and I have done a little bit of private work throughout the years, and that kid's awesome. He's a really really good competitor and a tremendous athlete. But we've done some work on the side, just him and I together, try and work on a few things with his mechanics and his pitching repertoire, and he's gonna hopefully go be really good for the Oklahoma State Cowboys next year.
So this is Lance Evans, the 2-hole hitter for Guthrie. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a single, and he's now ahead 2-0 on Gonzalez. The key here, Jordan kind of mentioned it last inning, just getting someone on to allow Hubbard to hit again. As this ball just dinked in front of the plate, fire down to first, and he got him. What a play there.
I call him safe. Saying it off the bag.
They're saying he dropped it.
Oh, he dropped it. Okay, I already looked down. I thought that they got him as the throw down there by
big.
Harless.
Yeah.
Looked like it beat him, but wow, okay.
So barring a double play here, Hubbard may get a chance.
So there you have it, a huge play there. I don't know how to call that. I guess that's an E3.
Seems like.
That allows Evans to get on. And now Hayden Clymer, who's 1 for 3 with a double tonight, is coming up here with the tying run on first base.
If it's dropped, I bet it is an E3.
Wow, that's a huge swing in this game because, like you said, getting to Hubbard, letting him have another shot. Now, barring a double play, he will. Of course, double play is possible here. That pitch inside, and it's going to plunk Clymer, hit him right in the leg. He fires the bat over as the Jays have got it cooking here. First and second, 1 out for Hubbard.
What a turn of events, and I've never seen a player so happy about getting hit. But that's how you feel when you got your big guy up.
For sure.
And two runners on now.
In games like this, any way on base, especially against a guy like Sammy, you'll take, and to give your guy a chance to drive in some runs.
So Luke Hubbard, the opposing pitcher who's been tremendous on the mound for Guthrie, has also been quite good at the plate. He's 2 for 3 tonight with a double and a single. Did strike out looking with the tying run at third and 1 out earlier in the game against Murphy. Can he rectify that here? First pitch outside, 1-0.
You got to think this is probably one of the bigger at-bats of the game.
Got to be the biggest, right? I mean,
his previous at-bat was the biggest heading into this one.
Yep.
He struck out looking.
And it looks like the umpire trying to call time behind Gonzalez there. I'm not sure what that was for.
Looking at the base runner at second.
Oh, that he was calling time, maybe?
Or he's looking towards him.
He wasn't off the bag. I'm kind of just now realizing that he was just standing on the bag.
I don't know what that could be about.
That was strange. All right, well, back to it. 1-0 from Gonzalez with 2 men on. Tying run at second, leading run at first. In there for a strike, up and in, 1-1. Like Hubbard thought that might have missed.
I can hear some Guthrie fans feeling the same.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big strike.
Yeah, it was.
Huge. Gonzalez had kind of not been pounding the zone these first few batters, kind of fell behind, but able to even it up there, 1-1. In there on the outside edge, 1-2. That was a nice, looked like slider maybe. It had some movement.
Yeah, good pitch there. No argument on if that was a strike or not. That's a big pitch here.
1-2 to Hubbard. 1 away in the 7th. Titans leading by 1, trying to remain undefeated in district play. 1-1-2, and he got him. Swinging through it up high. Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. Take a look at that on the Eastside Church of Christ. Instant replay. Hubbard swung right underneath it. And there's 2 gone. Wow. That was a big-time pitch.
That's a big out.
Just a tough break for Guthrie. Hubbard gets 2 base hits when no one's on base. When he has base runners, he strikes out.
So the Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout for Gonzalez puts the Titans an out away. And it's Kellen Herzl. 1 for 3 today with a single and 2 strikeouts, and he's now behind 0-1.
Way to get ahead there.
Well, the difference in this game, obviously, Guthrie's runners in scoring position numbers, they're not going to be real pretty at the end of this night. Obviously, you could make up for it with a big one here, but 0-1. Ground ball to the right side. Mr. Randall feeds it on a hop. He lost for a moment. Fires to first. Going to be close. He's out at first, and the Titans win it. It was a close play at the back. The Guthrie dugout was pleading, but the throw from Randall to first base just gets him by a hair, and the Titans hang on and stay unbeaten in district play. Wow, that was a close play, Jared. What did you see? Did you think he got him there? It was close.
Yeah, it definitely was close, but that's a big out to finish up there. Tomorrow will certainly be interesting.
Absolutely. These two teams are going to turn around and play again tomorrow, like you said.
See you, man.
As the Titans win it 2-1, the ground ball to Randall at second. Took a bit of a funny hop on him right the last moment. Mishandled it for just a second, got it over to first, and they get the out. And there you go. The Titans find a way to win it 2-1, 21-6 on the year, 11-0 now in district play.
And
wow.
I want to mention a couple things here. One, Nobles pulled ahead 5-0 against Del Reno. So if they hold on there, they will, as far as the losses go, they'll be in sole possession of second place. And that'll be the next time we have Carl Albert on next week. I believe it's a Tuesday game. They host Noble, and that could be another 1 versus 2 matchup. And then tomorrow we're going to have at Midwest City High School, Elgin, who made the state last year, as you saw their game, Josh.
Yeah.
When they made state, they return a really good team, and they'll be at Midwest City High School tomorrow.
Make sure we get in. Make sure we get in our Louis Player of the Game award here. We're kind of debating it a little bit. There's a couple contenders, but you got to go Declan Murphy. He was obviously tremendous in this game. 6 innings, just 1 earned allowed. He also contributed a base hit at the plate to lead off this game and later scored. So he had a run scored in this game as well.
Yep.
He was fantastic. 6 dynamite innings, allowing just the 1 run, and they needed it. I mean, obviously Hubbard was matching him most of the way, but in the end, Murphy just a little bit better, and the Titans win it 2-1. But Declan Murphy, our Louis Player of the Game, he was fantastic. Obviously.
Yeah, Declan was really good tonight. They had a few chances to take advantage of some runners on base, runners in scoring position. He never budged and put together a heck of an outing. That's what we said it, in the pregame that he's been in these big games. He's a competitive kid. He's he's tough. He's a really, really good athlete, and you could have put Murphy first pitch strike on a recording and just played it over and over tonight. So he was really, really good.
I don't think he went behind 1-0 to a single hit this entire game. I in hindsight now, I wish I had kept track of it because I really don't think he ever fell behind unless I'm just misremembering.
Yeah, he put a lot of pressure on their lineup tonight. Yeah, he was good.
No walks. He was as good as it gets. So a phenomenal performance by Declan Murphy, our Louis Player of the Game. Louis in Midwest City, 6007 Southeast 15th Street in Midwest City. Louis, we're in your neighborhood. So the Titans win it 2-1. They go 21-6, go to 11-0 in district play. Like I said, Guthrie falls to 11-8, 7-2 in district play. These two teams will turn around and play tomorrow at 5 o'clock over there in Guthrie. So that'll be what's next for both these two teams. They'll turn around and do it again. That should be an interesting rematch. 1 day later after the way this game went, it was very nip and tuck. Obviously, not a pitcher's duel. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be a fun one there tomorrow. As for what's next for Carl Albert after that, the Titans will host Sapulpa, or actually they'll take on Sapulpa in the McAllister shootout later this week. That's next up on, I think, Friday, it looks like.
Well, that's a rematch of the game Sammy Gonzalez won.
There you go.
You called
there you
semifinals.
go. Yeah, that's right, Sapulpa. Yeah, that was a fun one. That was one right down the road. Obviously, a lot of Sapulpa people there in Jinx. That was a fun one. So Titans win it 2-1. Any last thoughts, Jordan? Obviously, a great game here for the Titans. Big win.
No, like I said, I do have thoughts, I guess. This will set up, again, what should be a good series for Carl Albert. They're sure we're ranked 1 in the preseason and Noble 2, and that's why that's the matchup next week. So we'll look forward to having the game that's here. And, again, we'll have the other West Side District, Midwest City, trying to see if they can sneak in and get a home regional, something that they don't usually have. They'll have a big game against Elgin tomorrow. So those are some things to look forward to in baseball. And then, Jared, we're glad to have you so much for this season. You mentioned you're going to be available for when the regional is here.
Yep.
Big win for Carl Albert to host that regional, and you don't want to take it for granted, but we definitely expect them to. And hopefully that will be a regional that won't be rain delayed like it has in the recent years.
Yeah, for sure.
We can have those games, whoever they're going to play, and that will lead to an interesting time if they can get back to state, which I really like their chances. And if they get Cash Ferris back, look out. And all spirits to find out, where will state be? They don't, as of a couple weeks ago, they didn't know yet. So, but some interesting things to look out for in high school baseball as it enters its stretch run.
For sure.
Going to be into a fun time of year, like I said off the top. And this was a fun game here tonight. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. We thank you so much for tuning in. Jared, it was fun, man. First time me and you, and hopefully more down the road.
Yeah, I agree. Appreciate you guys having me on. It was a lot of fun, and it's always good when the Titans can get a win, especially against Guthrie. You name the sport, and Carl Albert Guthrie is going to be a probably pretty good matchup. So appreciate you guys, and looking forward to it next time.
Absolutely. Carl Albert wins it 2-1. We thank you so much for tuning in, as always, here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Again, like Jordan said, baseball coming back again tomorrow with those Midwest City Bombers. Look out for that. For Jared Price, Jordan Ray, I'm Josh Calloway. We'll see you guys next time right here, high school baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.